Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Now, this defense for the Lions, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To the air, Williams. That's complete. Luther Burden. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Throwing is Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Williams. That's complete. Romadunze. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon. It's gonna be quick. Oh, you made the before. Whoa, you know,
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
What is it on?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's 1st score here this afternoon. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down after big yardage, but folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he takes a shot at the end of that play. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Come on. Hey.
They go play action here on 1st down. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
First down.
Here we go. Stack. Crowd go 80.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's short. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Yes, 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 yes. Filthy, 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 filthy.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Williams. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. To throw, it's Williams. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that'll keep this a 1-point game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
That's taken in. It's Isaac to Slaw. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Detroit.
Ready.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They work now on 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. his first touchdown of the new season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Second and 4. And he fires one incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Williams. That's caught left side, Burden. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. The Bears had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
What is up?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it is caught. He's in the space past the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Yeah. What is it? Hold on. Filthy. Yes. Axel.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he dropped it about the 11 after only a yard.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Ready to run!
Working out of the gun, Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Ready, set, quiet, quiet! Vegas, Vegas! Punch Spurs, punch Spurs, punch Spurs!
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
And that's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
2nd and 5. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bears are back within a couple of the lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
For the 2-point conversion.
Yes, 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 yes!
Williams going to throw for it. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
He'll look to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Third down at 6.
Cougar 19. Red Lions.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9.
69, 1918.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's short. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. To the air, Williams. Got a man, and he hits it in stride. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Hands it off out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Throwing is Williams. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll get this down to the 38. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7.
Ready to go.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Targeting Moore. He's got him on the crossing pattern. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Second and 10. Here's Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Williams. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Ready to go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. So he's had a nose for the end zone here in the early part of the season. 2 touchdowns for him now in this one to go along with the one he had in the opener as well.
He certainly finds where the goal line is and finds a way to get across it. But you know who else senses it? The guys that block for him. Because he has that instinct, I think they hold the blocks just a little bit longer.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Ready.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Panthers 60. 19 Lions.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Open man, that's too slow. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
First down.
19 Tiger.
Back to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Bates' kick is good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Set to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
12. First down, Detroit.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. This is Fant on the short completion. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready,
Now a give to Brooks running right. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go now. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. Oh, first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
17-yard line.
Second and 10.
Axel.
To throw, Williams. That's downfield. He's got Rodwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
What is up? Patty, Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 8.
Ready to run.
Looking to throw is Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Going back to the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, it's Williams. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will tie us at 24 all. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here we go, strike. 19 Charger, 19 Charger. Let's go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Tag. Viking 18.
Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's short. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he finds Beasley, complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
I think think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
They go play action here on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Let's go now.
Off the middle with Brooks here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
65 says 65.
He'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. Back now at Soldier Field. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Bronco 80.
They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. The try here for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Williams. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pack the 6. Go.
On the left side, he finds Beasley. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 25, here's second down and 1. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's short. 2 yards on the pickup, but that's all they needed to move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Cougar 19.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 79 Broncos. Nineteen tight. 19 tight. Ready, right?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Bates' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back to throw. Williams. He rifles complete. Caught by Moore. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
10 yards.
32.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. There's a short one caught by Loveland. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up second down.
At the Lions' 35-yard line.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Throwing again here, Williams. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To the air, Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week. Another one here. Remember, he's not a DB. He's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same. And he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Come on.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Carlo. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Lions.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Tag! 19 Tiger.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Ready.
Running the toss to Brooks here. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Lions, it's an early road victory as they move to 2-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.